Okay, so here's the progress report. Today's project, we started tearing out the back rooms. There's actually 2 bedrooms and a bathroom that go in here. And it kind of looks a little bit like a disaster. You look up here and you see a hole in the ceiling and you see electrical hanging. Well, all of this electrical's been checked and it all functions well. It's all good. The lights work. So basically what we're doing today is a little bit of framing. You'll see we've got a joist that got wet over here. I'm going to sister a 2x8 onto that joist. It's not soft, but just to make sure that it's not going to have a problem with rot in the future. Over here, you'll see where it's dark. Like that joist right there is dark. It's wet. The bathtub was here, and the bathtub was leaking. So you'll see here where I'm pointing, that was the bathtub. This was the bathtub drain, and it was above the floor level. So when we redo the plumbing on this, all of the drains will be below floor level. That lower pipe is the vent. That comes up, goes through the ceiling, and it vents out properly where it's supposed to. We're going to keep that. So then along the floor here, where I cut the floor where the floor was good, I'm going to put a 2x10. We're going to insulate. We're using R19 insulation for the floor. And then we're going to finish the drywall. You'll see that the insulation in the walls is actually in really good shape. So that's today's project. I didn't show how I tore the floor out. I actually watched another YouTuber on how they got this pressboard floor out. And maybe when I do that part of the floor, I'll show you how I use my little skill saw and my Sawzall to cut in between the joists and then pop it out with that 2x4 that's laying on the ground right there. It's pretty straightforward. The only 2 windows that aren't new in the trailer is that window and that window. We're getting rid of that bow window that's at the end. We're just not sure what we're going to do there yet. The toilet goes right here. There's the drain for the toilet. Basically where I'm standing, right here, is where the sink is going to go. Because we're not tearing the ceiling out, we're just patching it and repairing it. We'll have the floor layout on the ceiling. It makes it easy to put the walls back together and get everything framed back in. And I'll try and set the camera up when I frame in the walls when I get to that point and show you how we frame the walls in. But it's pretty straightforward. If you know anything about carpentry, it's just 2x4s and laying them out 16 inches on center, notching them so the wiring will go through. Simple things like that. There's really nothing complicated about what I'm doing. It looks like a mess in the crawl space area. We're taking all of the metal skirting off completely from around this trailer this summer, framing in 2x4 walls, jacking the trailer up where it might be sagging a little bit. I did notice a couple spots where the floor wasn't perfectly level, and then siding the entire trailer. So when we pull all that off, I'll be able to reach underneath there with a rake or a hoe or a broom and pull all of that out and get rid of any debris that's in the crawl space area and make it nice. And that's it. So that's today's update. Nothing really complicated going on. And if you like what we're doing, go to Growing Home Acres. Like, share, subscribe, and God bless, and I'll see you on the next one.